What's up, fam? This is your boy JEFE, and I am here by popular demand once again. So what we're here to talk about today are my top 5 true wireless earbuds for under 60 bucks. That's right, 60, not 50, 60. But yeah, so we're here to talk about those. Now, if you're interested in any of the products that I talk about in this video, make sure you check out the description box down below. I'll be leaving Amazon links down there for you. So make sure you hit those links so you can get the latest updated pricing on each and every one of these products. Now, before we go any further, and for full disclosure, all of the earbuds included in this video were sent over to me by the manufacturers for my honest opinion and review. If this is your first time here, maybe you're not familiar with the way that I do things on this channel. Whether a company sends them over to me or if I go out and buy the product myself, I'm always going to keep it 100% real with you, let you know whether or not they're worth your hard-earned money. Now, obviously, I'm going to be talking about 5 different sets of true wireless earbuds in this video, so this video might be a little bit longer. I'm going to try to keep the details short and just give you the most pertinent information, and this way you can make your best decision on which one of these to buy. Now, the fact that these are my top 5 earbuds for under 60 bucks out of all the earbuds that I've tested over the past year should tell you a lot. So let's start off with some of the things. Let's get this out of the way real quick. The things that all 5 have in common. Firstly, none of them have any latency or lag or any connection issues. So let's get that out of the way. All 5 of these, no latency, no lag, no connection problems when it comes to watching video on your phone or your mobile devices. No problems with that. Secondly, I found all 5 of these to be very comfortable once you get the correct ear tips on them. So no issues with comfort, no issues with ear fatigue, nothing like that. So from the rest of this video on, I'm not going to be talking about those 2 topics just to keep things short. So in the number 5 spot, we've got the TaoTronics SoundLiberty 53, also known as the BH053. Now these are featuring Bluetooth 5.0, also using the codec AAC for HD audio, so there's no issues as far as that goes. Connections, just like I said before, no connection problems. As far as the battery, you've got 4 hours worth of playback time on a single charge, and they also have an additional 7 charges in the case for a total of right around 35 to 36 hours total. Not bad. As far as the sound quality on these, you actually get very high volume, actually too loud for my own personal taste, because they get, you know, anything above like 70 to 80%, it starts getting real loud, at least for me. So if you're a volume junkie, you want those earbuds that are really loud, you like to really blow your ears out, which I don't recommend, you know, protect your hearing. But still, if you need something with high volume, these are going to have you covered. As far as the sound quality goes, man, very dynamic, tons of bass boosted, so it sounds really, I mean, it's impactful bass, but you know, the mids are sort of neutral, and then you've got boosted treble. So kind of a V-shaped type of sound, very dynamic, sounds awesome with EDM, rock, hip hop. So everything sounds really good when you're listening to this. It's surprisingly clear. The treble has good clarity to it, not detailed, nothing like in-ear monitors or anything like that. We are talking $40 true wireless earbuds here, but still, the sound quality is actually pretty good on these. They actually blew me away when I did the full review. So yeah, these are definitely worth checking out and easily in my number 5 spot. As far as cons with these, they do feature touch controls, but the touch on them, it's a very small section of the earbud itself. So sometimes it can be tough to find. Once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. They also do have a true mono mode where you can use either or, but it's very clunky. You do have to pair them separately, and once you get that going, you can use them one at a time, but as you put one in the charger and you pull the other one out, it'll just stop and you have to wait for it to reconnect. You have to push play again and then it'll keep going. So you do have mono mode, just a bit on the clunky side. Also, as far as call quality, the call quality is pretty good, but it is only a single mic on the left side. So if you are going to use these to make phone calls, make sure that you're using the left one, at the very least, if you're not using both. So this is sort of what secured the number 5 spot for these earbuds. In the number 4 spot, we've got the Edifier TWS1. Now these are coming in right around 50 bucks, but like I said, make sure you check out the links in the description below to get the latest updated pricing. Now these are featuring Bluetooth 5.0 and they're using both aptX and AAC for HD audio. So there's no connection issues and you know, everything comes through nice and clear. As far as battery life goes, this is one of the better of the bunch. These are pushing 7 hours and 11 minutes in my testing, along with an additional 3 charges in the case, giving you about 24 hours ish worth of playback time. As far as water resistance, these are also carrying a IPX5 rating, so you do have sweat and water resistance, so it's pretty good if you're going to be living an active lifestyle, working out. They're going to have you covered as far as that goes. Now when it comes to the sound quality, let's talk about the volume. So as far as volume goes, I would give these a medium to high as far as the loudness goes. They're not the loudest earbuds out there, but they're more than loud enough for me. I could probably push these out to around 80 or 90% before it starts becoming too much. So like I said, if you're a volume junkie, you may want to go for the TaoTronics over these, but the sound quality on these more than makes up for that lack of volume. Now, mind you, they're not quiet or low volume by any means, but you know, they could probably use maybe 1 or 2 notches more for those volume junkies out there. As far as the sound quality, like I said before, they run aptX and they also run AAC. Much like the others, it is a very dynamic sound. You've got the boosted bass, you've got the boosted treble, but the mid-range isn't overly recessed. It's actually pretty good. Overall, the sound quality actually left me very, very impressed. Now, there isn't a ton of sparkle or brightness in the treble, but it is very good. You're not going to hear a ton of detail, but it is overall one of the better sounding ones in this whole bunch. Now, as far as drawbacks goes, these use touch control, which is not in itself a drawback, but it's the fact that they don't have volume control on the earbuds themselves. So that's sort of a problem for me. While you can turn up the volume on your device if you want to do it manually, it would have been nice if they would have included that along with the touch controls, whether it's a long press or a double press or a triple press, whatever it would have been really nice if Edifier would have included this. So maybe that's something they could take as constructive criticism for whenever they come out with another set of earbuds. I think that would be a good thing to add to their earbuds. Now, these also have a clunky mono mode, much like the SoundLiberty 53s. So it's the same kind of thing. You know, you do have to pair them separately if you want to be able to use them independently. So it's one of those things that's a little bit finicky. It's not going to be as good as like your AirPods Pro or your Galaxy Buds, nothing like that, where you can just take one in and out and it just does it automatically. It's not going to be like that, unfortunately, but you can use them independently if you need to, just a bit on the clunky side. As far as call quality, the call quality is a bit subpar, I would say. They do have dual mics, but it's just not that great as far as the call quality is concerned, unfortunately. So if you're looking for a set of earbuds just so, you know, to make a lot of phone calls and stuff, these might not be the right choice. I think these would be better for pure music listening, watching movies or videos on YouTube. I think there would be a better choice for that. And that's what secured their number 4 spot on this list. Now for the number 3, we've got the Earfun Free. Now these come in right around 50 bucks. Sometimes you find them on sale for a little bit cheaper. Now they do offer these both in black and white, so you do have some color options. Now these are running Bluetooth 5.0 and they're using the AAC codec for HD audio. They also feature full IPX7 rating, so sweat and water resistance, not going to be an issue if you're living that active lifestyle. As far as battery life goes, I managed to pull 5 hours and 32 minutes of battery life out of these, and they've also got an additional 24 hours in the case, so right around 4 extra charges. Now, another good thing about the charging with these is they do have rapid charge or fast charge, so you can drop the earbuds back in the case for 10 minutes and they will give you an additional 2 hours worth of playback time. So that's pretty legit. And on the topic of charging, these also have a USB Type-C port for charging, which is pretty nice, and they're also Qi wireless charging compatible. So not bad. These are packing a lot of features, bringing a lot to the table. As far as the sound quality is concerned, first up the volume. So the volume, I would give it a solid medium on the loudness meter. For me, more than loud enough, but I don't think this is going to be quite loud enough for those volume junkies out there. But what they lack in volume, they make up for in that sound quality. Now the Earfun Free are easily some of the best tuned true wireless earbuds that you're going to find on the market. Now, I don't know if this has a lot to do with, you know, my buddy Olaf's Gadgets, who helped, you know, get the tuning corrected on these earbuds, but these are super pleasing to listen to. The bass isn't overly boomy, but it's nice and deep. You've got some good sub bass, mid-range is nice and smooth, and you've got some decent detail in the treble. So overall, it's a really good sound quality, great for pretty much any genre you throw at it. But like I said, the only drawback is that they could have used maybe 1 or 2 clicks more volume and they would have been really, really good. But as far as that goes, that's kind of the drawback there. Now, these also don't feature a true mono mode, the only one out of the bunch that don't. So literally you can only use these with one earbud, and then if you try to use the other one, it's just not going to work. As far as call quality, it's only got one mic, and the mic quality is a bit kind of subpar, not the best out there, but it's not bad for under 50 bucks. But you know, it's just one of those things. It could be a little bit better, but I think overall the sound quality and the battery life and the charge features and the Qi wireless are really what put these in a higher slot than the other two. And that's what cemented their spot in the number 3 slot. And now for the number 2 spot. Now this is a close race between the number 2 and the number 1. So let's get into it. So the number 2 is going to be the JLAB JBuds Air Icon. Now these come in right about 60 bucks. Sometimes you can find discounts on them. I've been hearing in my comment section, people found a way to get them as low as 40 or 50. So not sure how they pull that. I don't know if that's a Google Express thing or maybe a Best Buy deal. That's going to be something you want to look into. But as always, make sure you check the link in the description for all the latest pricing. Now these are running Bluetooth 5.0 and they run the AAC codec for HD audio. So just like all the other ones, Bluetooth connection, not a problem. As far as battery life goes, 6 hours and 22 minutes on a single charge with an additional 24 hours in the case. So overall battery life is seriously legit. Now the case on these is very unique compared to all the rest of them. These actually don't have a USB port of any type on them. They actually have a built-in USB cable on the underside of the port. That's sort of a JLAB thing that you see. Not many other earbuds are doing the same kind of thing, and I think it's pretty cool. Now a lot of people worry about the cable itself bending or breaking or anything like that. I've had these for months. A bunch of JLAB products with this type of built-in cable, and I have yet to have a single one of them split, break, or stop working. So just throwing that out there so that we're nice and clear as far as that goes. They also feature IP55 sweat and water resistance. So, you know, if you're out there living that sporty lifestyle, not going to be an issue for you. These also feature full touch control, which work great in my honest opinion. Very easy to find. It's right on the logo itself and full controls. So you've got volume, you've got skip tracks, you've got play pause, you've got answer and hang up phone calls. You've also got access to the EQ settings and access to your smart assistant of choice. So overall, the touch control is pretty good. The only drawback to the touch control is if you're using them in mono mode, you will only have access to whatever controls are on that particular earbud. So just making sure that's clear. So, you know, if you use one, you'll have access to volume up, but the other one, you may have only access to volume down, something like that. So just want to make that clear to you guys. That's the case as far as these go. But speaking of that mono mode, this is one of the main features that I really like about these. These have what they're calling dual connect, and it is true dual mono mode. The same kind of thing that you get with Apple AirPods and Galaxy Buds. These connect at the same time to your device, both earbuds. So you can seamlessly take them off, put the one in the case, pull the other one out, put it in the case. The music never stops. Everything just keeps going. And it's one of the better connections that I've seen. So you got to give big kudos to JLAB for being able to bring this type of dual connect technology to a true wireless earbud that's coming in at 60 bucks. Totally unheard of. Now let's talk about that sound quality. So these have the 3 EQ settings. A lot of JLAB's products have this. So you have the signature sound, you've also got their balanced and the bass boost. For me, it's signature sound all day. It gives you that boosted bass plus the boosted treble with the neutral mids. And the sound quality is really good. So if you're looking at the standard JBuds Air, the ones that have the black sides to them, or even the all white ones, those are your standard JBuds Air, they're not gonna have the sound quality or the touch controls of the Air Icon. With these ones, you're gonna have more volume, you're gonna have better bass, you're gonna have better treble. So overall, these are definitely better than the original version. As far as volume goes, I'm gonna put them in the medium to high category, definitely louder than the first version. So if the first ones weren't loud enough for you, then the Icons are gonna be the ones that you wanna roll with. And then as far as call quality and the mics, they do feature stereo calling with dual mics. So you can actually use these either or. You can make phone calls with both of them in. You could put one out or one or the other. It doesn't matter. They have mics on both. You can use both of them for phone calls independently. So that's a major feature. And the call quality itself is actually one of the better in the bunch. Excellent microphones on these JLAB products. Now, if I had to knock them for something, it's going to be only the one feature that I wish they had, and that's JLAB's Be Aware audio. So basically, that's like transparency mode on the AirPods or pass-through audio on a lot of other products. It's basically where you can activate the microphone so you can hear what's going on around you. It would have been cool if they would have been able to include this, you know, in this price range. Unfortunately, they couldn't, but it is what it is. It would have been a cool feature to have, but I can't complain considering everything else that you're getting for under 60 bucks. So with all of that, this is what cemented the #2 spot for the JLAB JBuds Air Icon. These are excellent earbuds and a major win for whoever picks these up. And with all of that said, let's get to the #1 true wireless earbuds under 60 bucks. Now, this caught me by surprise. I was not ready for this, but here we go. So the #1 are going to be the Mpow M5 or T5. Kind of weird how you can find them under both names, but it is what it is. Now these come in right around 50 bucks, and sometimes you can even find them as low as 45 or even 40 bucks with discounts on Amazon. Now, just like the others, these are running Bluetooth 5.0, and they also use aptX and AAC for HD audio. They're also featuring CVC 8.0, which is clear voice capture, so they're giving you some pretty decent microphone quality. As far as playback time, I managed to get 6 hours and 37 minutes worth of playback time out of these earbuds, which is, one of the better ones in this bunch. But not only that, you also get 7 additional charges with the case, bringing you up to a total of right around 40 to 42 hours total playback with these earbuds. That's some serious battery here. And these are also featuring full IPX7, so sweat and water resistance. So if you're one of those people that for some reason want to shower with true wireless earbuds on, you can totally do that. They're going to have you covered as far as that goes. As far as controls go, now these aren't touch control, they are a button control, but they do have a light press. Probably want to go ahead and use the pinch and squeeze method. That's the way that I like to control them. And you're not going to have an issue as far as that goes. It isn't like a super deep press where you have to really jam them into your ears. Nothing like that. Very easy to use, and it's full control. You also have volume control, so you can control the volume right from the earbuds, play, pause, skip track, answer phone calls, the whole deal. It is all there. So full controls as far as that goes. And then as far as the sound quality, this is what put these earbuds in the #1 spot. Man, I mean, over the JLAB icons, over the TWS1s, over the SoundLiberties, over the Earfun Free, the sound quality on these is unbelievable. Now, mind you, it is very dynamic. It is very bass boosted, but it doesn't roll over everything. I mean, there's a little bit of bleed into the lower mids, but it's nothing too crazy. But with the aptX and the AAC, you get all this detail. You get all this clarity in the treble. I mean, everything sounds great. Didn't matter what genre I listened to, whether it was rock, hip hop, EDM, trap, I mean, Latin music, classical music. I mean, everything sounded really rich, very warm, and very, dynamic and musical. It was really, really good to listen to. When I first put these in and I turned them up, I couldn't believe the sound quality that was coming out of these for 50 bucks. Like, these are putting earbuds that are closer to $100. They're giving them competition. These are probably going to be easily in a top 10 list for under 100. That's how good the Mpow T5s are. This is very, very surprising. Definitely caught me off guard. And then the volume. Man, these get so loud. It is one of the louder earbuds that I've heard. So I would definitely put these in the high volume category. I probably listen to these right around 60 to 70%. So if you're a volume junkie, these are going to have you covered. Much like many other earbuds out there, they're not absolutely perfect. As far as the call quality goes, it's okay. I mean, you have the clear voice capture, but it is only single mic on the right side. So if you're going to be making phone calls with these, you got to make sure you're using that right earbud or both earbuds at the same time. So just make sure you guys know that. These are also using micro USB for charging. I know for some people that's a pain, and I've, harped on it, for a long time, but it is what it is. And then they do feature true mono mode, but just like some of the other ones, it's a bit on the clunky side. You do have to pair them separately, and then you can, go ahead and use them independently, but it's not as good as the JBuds Air icon, like not even close. But it is there, you can do it. It's a bit of a pain though. But despite those cons, the battery life, the IPX7, that's sound quality, volume control, and aptX and AAC, but just overall, just the experience with them, just listening to music and being so shocked when I first started listening to them and going through my full sound test, these are easily the best earbuds for under 60 bucks that you can get right now. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, all 5 of these are excellent choices. So whichever one of these you can get, you're really going to enjoy. Now, the fact that these made the top 5 says a lot, considering all the ones that I've tried before. Now, mind you, this top 5 list is just of the earbuds that I've tried. I'm well aware that there's a ton of other companies out there that I have yet to try. So, I don't have any of the Soundpeat stuff for under 50. I don't have any of the Tranya stuff for under 50 bucks. I don't have the Bowmakers. I don't have a lot of these other ones that everybody's always asking about. Unfortunately, I just don't have them, the companies haven't sent them over. So I can only base this list off the earbuds that I have personally tested and have on hand. Obviously, there's a lot of other choices out there, and you know, we have a lot of competition out here, but let me put it to you like this. 2019, the fact that we have so many choices, even under 50 or 60 bucks, that are bringing this much to the table is a major win for everybody and audio enthusiasts everywhere. So with all of that said, which one of these would be your choice? Is it automatically number one? Or are you interested in maybe one of the other ones on this list? Let me know. And if you have any other questions or you need further clarification or any other details about these earbuds that I talked about in this list, make sure you leave those questions down in the comment section down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you didn't, go ahead and hit the dislike button. There's always one or two of you out there. I don't want you feeling left out. And if you haven't done so already, consider joining the fam. Hit that subscribe button along with that small notification bell, and this way you never miss any of my weekly videos. And if you're a hardcore member of the fam and you want to find another way to support the channel, make sure you check out the merch store down below. Got the Your Boy JEFE merch. I got the hoodie on right now, but we've got hoodies, we got leggings, we got t-shirts, we got mugs, we got all sorts of stuff. So make sure you check that out if you want to find another way to help support the channel. And also, don't forget to share this video everywhere across all social media. It definitely helps me out and it helps me keep making these videos for you. So with all of that said, I hope I brought you some good value today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you in the next video.